covered a lot of conspiracies since the dawn of the COVID era, from the unscientific pandemic measures to the purposeful destruction of the middle class to the dangers of the novel mRNA vaccine. And a lot of those conspiracies turned out to be true. But there's one conspiracy I have not been able to prove in all this time until now. It's a conspiracy that's dear to my heart because, well, it's about me. Yeah, that's right, folks. Grab yourself a cup of tea because I'm diving into one of my favorite topics this week. No, I'm not talking about me again. I'm talking about YouTube censorship. Because since the early days of 2020, I have had the sneaking suspicion that I am being personally targeted by the good people of YouTube. Yeah, I know, duh, right? But hear me out. Up until now, the censorship I've endured on this platform could be chalked up to the content I produce. It could be said that it was specific topics or keywords, or that it was vulgar language or hate speech or any number of things that violate YouTube's community guidelines. But then, just last week, I partook in a little accidental experiment. I posted a return video to YouTube after a year-long hiatus that had none of the old buzzwords in it. There was no talk of trannies, no digs at the Dems, no conjuring up of old COVID controversies. I steered clear of the forbidden terms and even poked a little fun at the supposed enemies of team censorship. But to no one's surprise, the outcome was the same as it's always been. After I hit upload on that video, my entire channel was promptly demonetized. And when I reapplied for monetization, I was swiftly denied on the grounds that my content is harmful. Now, if you're new to this channel, you might find this a little bit strange. I don't say anything particularly outrageous in my videos, and who the hell am I to have a target on my back anyway? And you're absolutely right. I'm no one. I'm nothing. I have no money. I have no power. I have no connections. And now that I've moved out into the country, I barely have internet service. I am nothing more than a nameless face in a sea of fameless naces. Did I just have a stroke? There are bigger fish to fry out there, swimming in much bigger ponds. They have 100 times the following with voices that reach 1,000 times the distance. And all of them are happily preaching their personal gospel on YouTube with full monetization. So why did YouTube cut me off with no warning and no explanation? To answer this, allow me to take you back in time to give you a brief rundown of my rocky relationship with YouTube. Most of you probably don't know this, but this isn't my first YouTube channel. My first and main account is called WhatsHerFace and currently sits at 107,000 subscribers with 80 videos. I started the channel just like any other YouTuber, with your typical skit videos and reaction content. But then, in 2020, the whole world changed, and with it, so did my videos. You see, pre-COVID, I was that insane person on your Facebook page who posted conspiracies about the CIA and NWO. I fought with strangers in comment sections about the inability of jet fuel to melt steel beams. I was an early adopter of the vaccine autism link, so believe me when I tell you, I knew that conspiracies did not win you any friends. But when I saw what was happening during what was arguably the biggest psyop in recorded human history, I couldn't stay silent. So in May of 2020, I posted my very first COVID-related video to YouTube. And what happened next was completely unexpected. People actually responded well. For the first time in my life, I was finally getting positive feedback on the information I was sharing from someone other than that one girl I went to high school with who opted out of gym class to sit in the corner and eat her own hair. My videos were being shared on popular conspiracy channels and were circulating on major social media platforms. Celebrities were DMing me words of encouragement, and offers to collaborate with big influencers came rolling in. I was offered a job on Rebel News. I was invited to be a guest on popular conservative shows like Tucker Carlson and InfoWars. I even got a personal shout out from the man himself.
There's a talented young lady named WhatsHerFace online that's getting millions of views, and she's engaging in thought crime. It's women and other humans like her, they're going to turn the tide.
And while all the attention and offers were a huge boost to my ego, I turned it all down. Not because of any ill will to anyone who reached out, but because I am a conspiracy theorist at heart. I'm a loner. The only reason I knew the girl sitting in the corner eating her own hair is because I was sitting right next to her, asking her if it tasted any good. I've spent my life poking fun at people from the corner of the room, and in true form, all I wanted was to stay in my quiet corner of the internet. But as it goes, with every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. And that opposite reaction was the wrath we all felt from social media in the age of COVID. As was the case with many others, my content on YouTube was quickly shadow banned and suppressed. It became a regular occurrence for my own videos to rank 15th to 20th when searching for them on YouTube, while multiple re-uploads of my videos, sometimes with as low as 10 views, ranked higher. It was obvious YouTube was shadow banning my content, but this came as no surprise to me at this point. I was being censored everywhere. On Instagram, my account was deleted 5 times, with influencers calling for me to be banned and attempting to debunk my videos. Meanwhile, on Twitter, I appeared in the infamous Twitter files. Yeah, that's right. One day, me and RFK Jr. are mentioned as conspiracy theorists in the same sentence, and the next, he's heading the HHS for the most powerful country in the world, while I'm still being raw dogged by YouTube. And that's not even the most outrageous part of the Twitter files story. The craziest part is that I don't even have a Twitter. Can you imagine people conspiring to censor you on a platform you're not even on? At this point, the evidence was really building. It was starting to look to me like these social media giants were all communicating with each other to ban certain individuals across the board. So after all this, COVID ended and the lockdown finally lifted. Everything we knew about the COVID scam had been said ad nauseum across the globe, so I made a decision. Since my channel was both shadow banned and demonetized, I chose to shut it down and start a new channel. This channel. I named it WHF Entertainment, since I figured WhatsHerFace was probably a banned phrase that would flag my channel like the last. I included the word entertainment just to prove to the YouTube gods that these new videos are meant for entertainment purposes only. I even added literal circus music to the background of my videos. And this new direction seemed to work. After a few uploads, my channel was monetized and everything was right with the world. Then I took a break to focus on my daughter, the most fulfilling year of my life without question. And now here I am, sitting with this vague message from YouTube. Harmful content with no further explanation. And I'm asking myself, what is harmful content? But really, I don't mean to be facetious when I ask. I ask because I don't know. And I don't know because YouTube won't tell me. When YouTube denies your monetization, they don't tell you what you did wrong. Oh no, that would make too much sense. What they do instead is act like a passive-aggressive wife demanding you read her mind.
You mad at me or something?
I don't know. Did you do something to make me mad? Because then I am. But if you didn't, then I am not.
I didn't do anything.
Then I am not mad. I am mad.
This method of keeping people in the dark is intentional by YouTube. Vague rules mean they can apply to any person or any video at any time they want. And the process of applying for monetization over and over and over again is meant to demoralize, so that we all eventually give up. And I gotta give it to them. It's working. I am officially demoralized. I'm exhausted. It's been 5 years of playing this game, and at this point, the way I see it, I only have 3 options left. 1, I can create a brand new channel and rebuild my community as I've done over and over and over again, in the hopes that YouTube will stop targeting me. 2, I can pack it in and leave this chapter behind me, remembering it as one of the most rewarding undertakings of my life. Or 3, I can surrender and leave my fate in your hands. So here comes the pitch. I am asking all of you for your help. First, by sharing this video as much as you can with whomever you can to hopefully create enough of a stink to get this decision by YouTube reversed. And second, by subscribing to my locals community and supporting this channel. All right, guys, thank you all so much for your continued support. We will see what happens, and I will catch you on the flip side. Hey, Jimmy, you hear this shit? She's asking for money again. Who's asking for money? WhatsHerFace, she's asking for money again. What does she need money for? I don't know, she's getting a little older. Maybe she needs Botox. Yeah, you can tell from the wrinkles around her eyes. She can't afford it. Maybe her husband's leaving her. Yeah, that's probably why she needs the Botox. Tell you this much, I wouldn't live with a woman with that mouth. Anyway, buddy, I gotta go. I'm asking my boss for a raise today. Good for you, buddy. You deserve a living wage.